So we're in the secret bee garden. It's been 5 weeks since I last came down and added a super to each of the hives. I'm quite surprised that it's not more overgrown, but we are coming to the end of the season, the end of the year. We're going to try and get another pallet base in there for another hive, a national hybrid for next year. But we're just going to have a quick look, see what's happening, see if the supers have filled up any. I did wonder whether or not the second hive still had bees in, but it's got bees going in and out, just not as many. The first hive over the back there has got quite a few bees entering and leaving the entrance. This one of course has got a lot less. So we'll open them up and have a quick look inside, see how they're getting on. I'm not going to delve into the brood box too much. If we've got bees going in and out, then we must have a queen in there still. So we did a bit of pruning, so we've got space this side of the hives instead, and this is where I'll end up putting the extra hive if needed. Gives us nice clear access now to the front of the hives, and we can see the amount of bees that are going in each one. Hive number 1 of course has got a lot more activity on it. Got bees going in every few seconds. It's very hard to get these cameras to zoom in when you've got a pair of gloves on. Hive number 2, it's got activity but a lot less of course, a lot less bees in it. This was a small swarm though that we picked up. We'll have to check the records and check the blog, see when we actually hived it up. But these guys are on six frames that were already pulled out. They haven't even attempted to build on the plastic yet. So we will see. We'll feed them up over winter, see if they make it through. All good in the secret bee garden though, nothing really to worry about. It's a lovely day again. Okay, as I said earlier, we're in the secret bee garden. We're now recording on the GoPro. Hopefully it's pointing in the right direction. I'm not looking at my feet as normal. Give these bees a little bit of smoke. Just had a quick look on the Varroa board. We've not taken this in or out. I should have left it out really. And of course I haven't got my reading glasses on, so I can't see in great detail. but looks like we've got a couple of rower on there. But nothing that would cause me to worry too much. Well, I can see capped honey already in this super. Started work on this frame. 2, 3, 4. There's a couple there. There's probably half the super that's not filled. Lots and lots of propolis. Everything is stuck. It's worse than super glue, this stuff. Okay, so they're not built into the edges, but we have got capped. The downside is, of course, they're joining it to the bottom. Look, all that honey. It's a real shame when they do that, when they join it to the bottom of the box. It's the one thing I've found last year as well with the Landsgroth. It was one of the reasons that I never really liked it as a hive compared to a National. So that's all I'm going to do. All I wanted to do was look at that super. So I'd say that's about a third filled up. Still got good weather. So we may still get a bit more in there. I will decide, I'll give it another week or two. I will decide whether or not we're going to actually take any, or whether or not we're going to leave it all for the bees, in which case we'll take the queen excluder out. Or we'll probably just put the super underneath the brood box. So this is the lesser, and same as last time, the lid is stuck. And this doesn't look like it's got any activity, none whatsoever. So they've not even attempted to go up. Really, we've got a few bees hanging around in there, so we may as well have a quick look in the brood. Just make sure everything's okay. Okay, always have a quick look at your queen excluder. Make sure your queen ain't on it. Okay, so we've got definite 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like they haven't started building on the plastic. Okay, lots of brood. Lots of honey on that top. That's as much as I'm going to look in there, even though the queen isn't marked in this one. I've got no real need to see anything, but this gives me a good indication of how the hive is actually doing. So these girls will get fed. More than the other hive. I'm going to leave that off altogether. That's super. The bees that are in there will find their way back. There's no point leaving an empty super on when they've got the rest of the hive to fill up. And also, if we get any spells of cold weather, it'll be a lot warmer in there. In fact, what I'm going to do is, while we've got all of this off, I'm going to put a bee escape in, if it'll fit. I don't think these are made to fit these openings. There we go, that'll do. Just want it to stop the bees from coming up. And then I will use this box and put that on in anticipation, I think that's the word, isn't it? For when we do start feeding, all I need to do is put a rapid feeder in there and away we go. So that's my little inspection done. We know that this hive has got about 4 frames with capped honey in the centre, not on a full frame. So as much as I would like to try Japanese knotweed honey, I do think that we will probably leave this for the girls. We'll take the super off and we'll put it underneath the brood box, and they can, as and when, take all the honey up and use it. I'm not going to score the honey to make them take it up. In the wild they would cap their honey and then uncap it as they want to use it. So I'm pretty sure the same would happen. I think by scoring it, it's going to end up dripping, and that's going to cause an influx of ants. Right, just looking at the rest of the bee area, not as overgrown as what I expected. We can actually catch a glimpse of cars just through that way, which I think are about 15 feet away. So what I need to do, I think, is to cut back a little bit of this, not too much, only about 2 foot, clear it out, put some uprights in, put some posts in, and get some scaffold net, you know, the debris net, the green stuff. It's about 3 foot high, and just take it across, maybe even across that way, even though there's no public footpaths to walk across in front of the hives. That's the river down there. There's no public access down there, so it'll just enclose it a little bit more. I mean, if I wanted to cut back this tree, this hawthorn, a little bit, excuse me, fog in the front, I could actually get another hive or 2 over there. But I'm waffling now. The wasp trap, no wasps. So hopefully that's all good. More from the Secret Bee Garden later.